Ah, spring. You know that feeling, right? The days get longer, you start hearing the birds again, and all that snow is finally starting to melt. It's such a welcome sight. But, and there's a but, hidden inside that beautiful thaw is a potential threat to our homes that, let's be honest, a lot of us tend to overlook. So let's dive in and break down exactly what's going on, and, more importantly, how you can stay way ahead of it.
It seems like a simple question, doesn't it? But really think about it for a second. Where does all that water actually go? Because the answer to that question can literally be the difference between a dry, happy home and well, a very expensive and very, very wet problem. Okay, so let's start by really getting a handle on the problem itself. That beautiful melting snow we all love to see, it's actually unleashing this pretty powerful force of nature. And if we're not careful, it can put our home's foundation at some serious risk.
You know, the real kicker here isn't just the sheer amount of water, it's the speed. It's all about how fast it melts. Think of it like this. A slow drip from a faucet, that's manageable. But what happens if you turn that faucet on full blast? It's going to overwhelm the drain almost instantly. Well, the ground around your house is the drain. And a rapid spring thaw, that's like turning that faucet on full blast.
All right, so we've got this huge volume of water, and it's all looking for somewhere to go. The next logical question is, how in the world does it actually get inside your house? How does it end up in your basement?
So here's the thing you gotta remember. In the early spring, a lot of the time, the ground is still frozen solid, or it's just completely saturated with water. It's basically like a waterproof sheet laid out around your house. So instead of soaking down into the soil like it should, all that meltwater just runs right across the surface, and it's looking for the easiest way down. And unfortunately, that path of least resistance, it often leads directly to your foundation.
And this is where the water finds its opening. Even tiny, little hairline cracks in your foundation can become absolute superhighways for water when it's under pressure. Now, if you add poor drainage into that mix, where the ground actually slopes towards your house instead of away from it, you're essentially creating a moat that channels all that water right up against your foundation, just waiting to find a way in.
Okay. Enough about the problem. Enough doom and gloom, right? The really good news here is that preventing this is surprisingly straightforward. Seriously, you don't need to be some expert contractor to protect your home. Let's just walk through a simple checklist of things you can actually do.
Every single one of these steps directly fights the issues we just talked about. So, step 1, clearing your gutters and extending those downspouts gets all that water from your roof far away from the foundation. Step 2, moving those giant snow piles just gets a massive source of water away from the side of your house. And finally, step 3, just take a quick walk around your home, and if you see any cracks, grab some sealant from the hardware store. It can close off those water highways for good.
So why does all of this really matter? Because being proactive and taking these steps completely changes your experience of the season. It's all about shifting from a mindset of, anxiety and potential repairs to one of just confidence and renewal.
I mean, the contrast here is pretty stark, right? It's night and day. On one side, you've got the stress of potential water damage, the costly fixes, the whole mess. But on the other side, with just a little bit of prep, you get a dry basement, you get total peace of mind, and you get the freedom to actually enjoy the new season without worrying about what's happening downstairs. It's a pretty clear choice.
And that really just says it all, doesn't it? Taking a few of these simple steps right now ensures that you can welcome the spring thaw for what it's supposed to be, a beautiful sign of new beginnings, not the start of a total basement nightmare. So, what's one thing you can do this weekend to get prepared?